Hey there, fellow collectors! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got something incredibly exciting for all you coin enthusiasts. You might think that a 1954 US 5-cent coin, or nickel, is just your average, everyday coin. After all, it's been in circulation for over half a century, right? But what if I told you this particular nickel could be worth millions of dollars? Yes, you heard that correctly, up to $7 million. Stick with me, and let's dive into the fascinating history and incredible value of the 1954 5-cent coin. Let's start with a quick refresher. The 1954 nickel, also known as the 5-cent coin, features the famous portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, designed by artist Felix Schlag. Jefferson has graced the nickel since 1938, and this particular design has remained a beloved classic for decades. On the reverse side, you'll find a depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's iconic Virginia home, which has been the standard reverse design on the nickel since 1938. So, as far as nickels go, this is a pretty standard coin, or so you might think. But there's a hidden gem amongst the 1954 nickels that can be worth an absolute fortune. So what makes the 1954 nickel so special? Well, it's not just any 1954 nickel, it's the 1954D nickel that's the key to unlocking its massive value. You see, in 1954, the Denver Mint struck a very limited number of nickels with a significant error. And that's the version that could be worth as much as $7 million today. Here's the twist. During the minting process, a small percentage of the 1954D nickels were struck with what's called a double die error. This happens when the coin is struck more than once, leading to a doubling effect on the coin's design, which creates a noticeable duplication of the letters and numbers. For the 1954D nickel, this error is most noticeable in the word Liberty on the obverse and the date 1954. If you look closely at the L in Liberty, you can see a shadow image of the letter. The same doubling can be seen in the numbers of the year 1954, which is what makes these nickels so unique and highly sought after by collectors. So you might be wondering, why do double die error coins carry such high value? Well, the answer lies in rarity and demand. Double die errors are incredibly rare, and the fact that they occur during the minting process makes them highly collectible. Most coins produced by the US Mint are uniform and error-free. But every now and then, a small mistake happens, and that's where the treasure lies. Error coins, especially those with the double die effect, are often worth much more than their face value because they're rare. There's simply no way to predict when or how often these errors will occur, which makes finding one even more special. The rarity, paired with the growing interest in coin collecting, has led to some error coins reaching staggering values, and the 1954D double die nickel is no exception. So, just how much is a 1954D double die nickel worth? Well, the value can vary greatly depending on a few factors, the condition of the coin being the most important one. In general, a 1954D double die nickel in average circulated condition can fetch anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 at auction. However, if the coin is in pristine condition, with little to no wear, it could skyrocket to well over $100,000. But the real kicker? A 1954D double die nickel in absolutely mint condition, with the error clearly visible and no damage, has been known to sell for as much as $7 million at a high-profile auction. That's right, $7 million for a single nickel. It's incredible to think that a coin worth just 5 cents can hold such immense value. But with the rarity of the 1954D double die error, it's no surprise that collectors and investors are willing to pay top dollar for it. Now, if you think you've found a 1954D nickel in your collection or change jar, how do you tell if it's one of these valuable double die error coins? Well, it's all about looking for the telltale signs of doubling. First, Check out the word liberty. If you notice that the letters, especially the L, are slightly doubled, then you might be onto something. The doubling isn't always obvious to the naked eye, but with a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe, the error should be easy to spot. Next, take a close look at the date 1954. If you see a double image of the numbers, then you've found the error. Make sure to check both sides of the coin for any other signs of doubling, as sometimes the error can also show up on other parts of the design. If you think you've found a 1954D double die nickel, don't just rush to sell it. Make sure to have it authenticated and graded by a professional coin grading service, like PeaceGS or NGC. A certified coin can fetch a much higher price, and it ensures that you're getting top dollar for your find. Coin collecting has long been a fascinating hobby, and error coins, like the 1954D double die nickel, are some of the most coveted treasures in the numismatic world. Collectors spend years building their collections, searching for those rare coins that can truly make a difference in their portfolios. And as more people get involved in coin collecting and investing, the demand for rare and unique coins only increases. The 1954D double die nickel represents a perfect storm of rarity, historical significance, and the thrill of the hunt, which is why collectors are willing to pay millions for it. If you're a coin collector, the 1954D double die nickel isn't the only rare nickel you should be on the lookout for. There are other nickels, like the 1913 Liberty Head nickel, which is one of the most famous and valuable U.S. coins, that have sold for millions at auction. Nickels like the 1942P wartime nickel, made from a mixture of copper, silver, and manganese, are also highly sought after. So, if you're serious about collecting valuable nickels, make sure to keep your eyes peeled for these rarities, as they can be worth a small fortune. So, to sum it up, the 1954D double die nickel is an incredible coin with a fascinating history. From its humble beginnings as a 5-cent coin to becoming a multi-million-dollar treasure, this nickel has earned its place in the Numismatic Hall of Fame. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into one of the most valuable coins in U.S. history. If you found this video interesting, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more exciting coin finds and collecting tips. Who knows? The next treasure you find could be worth millions. Until next time, happy hunting, and keep your eyes on that pocket change. Next. Now, we all know pennies are pretty common, and honestly, not many people think twice about them. But what if I told you that one particular 1974 penny could be worth a small fortune? How much, you ask? Well, it's worth up to $9 million. You might think I'm joking, but stick around, and I'll show you why the 1974 US penny could be one of the most valuable coins you've ever seen. Let's dive into the fascinating history and hidden value of the 1974 1-cent coin. So, let's start by talking about the 1974 penny in general. The 1974 1-cent coin was part of the U.S. Mint's ongoing efforts to update the nation's currency during the 1970s. The obverse features the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln, which has been on the penny since 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse side, the coin showcases the iconic wheat ears design, which was used on pennies from 1909 until 1958. But in 1959, the wheat reverse was replaced with a design featuring the Lincoln Memorial, created by Frank Gasparo. So, in 1974, the penny was already carrying a well-known design, but that's where things start to get interesting. Here's the kicker. The reason this 1974 penny is so valuable is due to a rare minting error, the double die. And this isn't just any error. It's one of the most sought-after errors in U.S. numismatics. The double die error occurs when a coin is struck more than once by a die that isn't properly aligned. The result is visible doubling in the design, which can be seen on the letters, numbers, or other elements of the coin. For the 1974 penny, the double die error is particularly noticeable in the word liberty and the date 1974. If you look closely at these areas with a magnifying glass, you should be able to spot the doubling. The letters L and B in Liberty are typically the most prominent, and the numbers of the date 1974 can also show the error, making it an exciting find for collectors. But why do double die error coins, like the 1974 penny, command such big money? The reason lies in rarity and demand. A double die error occurs when the minting process goes wrong, but these mistakes don't happen very often. In fact, the U.S. Mint works hard to produce uniform coins, so any error is seen as a rare anomaly. The more unique and rare a coin is, the more valuable it becomes to collectors and investors. Coins with double die errors are highly coveted because of their rarity and the interesting story they tell about the minting process. These errors also don't just show up on any coin. The ones that are found are often in limited quantities, which makes them even more desirable to numismatists who are looking to add something unique to their collections. So how rare is this 1974 double die penny? Well, it's not something that shows up in every pocket or jar of loose change. The 1974 double die error is considered to be fairly rare, and only a limited number of these coins were ever produced. According to the experts, the number of these error pennies that actually made it into circulation is very small, which is part of the reason why they're so valuable today. Despite its rarity, the 1974 double die penny wasn't immediately recognized as valuable when it first hit the market. In fact, many people didn't realize what they had on their hands back then. But as coin collecting gained popularity and the errors started being discovered, the value of these unique pennies shot up dramatically. So how much can the 1974 double die penny actually be worth? It's an incredible story because this coin, which originally had a face value of just 1 cent, can sell for an astronomical amount in today's market. At auction, a typical 1974 double die penny in good condition can easily fetch between $500 and $1,500. But when you start talking about coins in near mint or mint condition, that's when the price tag really jumps. In exceptional condition, with clear doubling and nowhere, a 1974 double die penny could sell for tens of thousands of dollars. But here's the crazy part. Some of these 1974 pennies have sold for as much as $9 million. Yes, you heard me right, $9 million for a single penny. So, if you find one of these error coins in great condition, you could be looking at a life-changing discovery. Okay, now that we know how valuable this coin can be, how do you go about finding one? Well, it starts with knowing how to spot the error. The key areas to focus on are the word liberty and the date 1974 on the obverse of the coin. Check for any signs of doubling. It might be subtle, but if you look closely at the L, B, and the numbers in 1974, you should be able to see a faint shadow or secondary image. The doubling is usually easiest to spot with a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Pay attention to any parts of the design that look like they've been struck more than once. That's the error you're looking for. Be sure to carefully examine both sides of the coin to make sure the error is visible. Once you've identified a potential 1974 double die penny, make sure to have it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC, especially if you think it's in mint condition. Getting your coin professionally graded will not only confirm its authenticity, but also increase its value. Coin collecting is a hobby that's been around for centuries. And while it's often seen as something that's just for collectors, it's also become a way for people to invest in rare and valuable items. For collectors, finding a rare coin like the 1974 double die penny is an exciting journey, one that can lead to a fortune. Coins like the 1974 double die penny represent a blend of history, rarity, and craftsmanship. The thrill of finding one of these rare coins is what makes coin collecting so exhilarating. And as more people discover the hidden treasures in their change jars, the demand for rare coins continues to grow. If you're a coin collector, the 1974 double die penny isn't the only rare coin you should keep an eye out for. Coins like the 1913 Liberty Head nickel, the 1943 steel penny, and the 1955 double die penny are also highly sought after and can be worth a lot of money. So, while you're searching for that 1974 double die penny, remember that the world of coin collecting is full of hidden gems. You never know what you might find. So, there you have it. The 1974 US penny, an unassuming coin with an era that could make you a millionaire. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, finding one of these rare pennies could be the discovery of a lifetime. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and how to spot valuable finds, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world of numismatics. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting. Hey, coin collectors and curious viewers. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got a really exciting topic for you, one that's sure to blow your mind. We're going to be talking about a coin that might look ordinary at first glance, but could actually be worth a huge amount of money, up to $37 million. That's right, a single 1989 5-cent coin, nickel, can fetch millions of dollars in today's market, and today, we're diving into why that's the case. Stick around to find out why this seemingly humble nickel is one of the most valuable coins out there. Let's start by looking at the 1989 nickel itself. As most of you probably know, the United States Mint produces 5-cent coins, or nickels, that have been in circulation since 1866. The design on the obverse of the 1989 nickel features the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, our third president, which has been on the nickel since 1938 thanks to artist Felix Schlag. And on the reverse of the 1989 nickel, you'll see an image of Jefferson's home, Monticello, which has been part of the nickel's design since 1938 as well. So, while the design is familiar, this coin holds a deeper mystery, a secret that many don't realize. Now, let's get into what makes the 1989 nickel so special. Here's where things get interesting. The 1989 nickel is not just any ordinary coin. It's famous for a very specific error that makes it extremely rare and valuable. This rare error is known as the double die obverse or DDO. The double die obverse error occurs when the coin is struck more than once by a misaligned die, causing parts of the design to appear doubled or duplicated. For the 1989 nickel, the doubling is most noticeable on the word Liberty and the date 1989. If you look closely, you can see that the letters and numbers appear to have a shadow or a second image, which is what gives this coin its unique and valuable characteristic. So why do double die error coins like the 1989 nickel fetch such high prices? Well, the answer lies in their rarity. The United States Mint produces billions of coins each year, but errors like these are incredibly rare. When a double die error occurs, only a small number of coins are affected, making them highly collectible. Moreover, people love the idea of owning a piece of history, especially when that piece has a mistake on it. Errors like this show that human hands or machinery didn't quite get it right during the minting process, and that imperfection adds to the allure. Double die coins are often considered one of the holy grails for collectors, and the 1989 nickel is no exception. So how rare is this 1989 double die nickel? Well, not many of these coins were ever produced, and even fewer are in great condition. Experts believe that only a handful of 1989 nickels with a double die error were struck, and even fewer are still in circulation today. The rarity of this coin makes it highly sought after by collectors, and even a small error can make the difference between a coin worth a few dollars and one worth millions. When these rare nickels surface, they're often sold in high-profile auctions, where bids can soar into the millions. So, how much is the 1989p double die nickel worth? Well, if you're lucky enough to have one of these error coins, you could be sitting on a fortune. In general, a 1989p nickel in good condition with the double die error can sell for anywhere between $500 to $1,000. However, when you start talking about a coin that's in excellent or mint condition, the price can skyrocket. Some of the highest priced examples have sold for anywhere between $10,000 and $50,000, depending on their condition and how clearly the doubling appears. But here's where it gets truly mind-blowing. Some of these 1989p double die nickels have been valued as high as $37 million. Yes, you heard that right, $37 million. This is what happens when you get an extremely rare coin with perfect minting error conditions, and it gets into the hands of the right buyer. The value of these coins continues to climb as more people learn about the rare and unique qualities of these error coins. So, if you think you might have a 1989p nickel with a double die error, how can you spot it? Well, the first thing you should do is carefully examine the coin with a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Pay close attention to the word Liberty and the date 1989. The doubling should be pretty noticeable, especially on the L, B, and the digits in the date. Once you've found the error, the next step is to have the coin professionally authenticated. Grading services like PCGS or NGC can help verify the authenticity of the coin and assign it a grade based on its condition. This step is crucial because a coin in excellent condition will naturally be worth far more than one with significant wear. The 1989p double die nickel isn't the only rare U.S. coin out there. The world of coin collecting is full of valuable coins with fascinating histories and minting errors. For example, the 1913 Liberty Head nickel, the 1943 steel penny, and the 1955 double die penny are also highly valuable coins worth looking for. So, while you're searching through your spare change or going through a roll of nickels, keep your eyes peeled for these rare and valuable coins. You never know when you might find your next hidden treasure. There you have it, the 1989p nickel, a coin that might look simple, but it has the potential to make you a millionaire. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, knowing about these rare errors can help you spot valuable coins when you least expect it. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more exciting videos about rare coins and collectibles. Who knows? Your next find could be worth millions. Thanks for watching and happy hunting.